Hey everybody, welcome to TFT, Tarot for Today, Divine Dabblings with
Oberon.
And me, Banshee. Hey, it's the Material Matters Show. It's your weekly tarot keys to success in business, education, and finance. And right now, I am shuffling the Sacred Creators Oracle, which will be our cards for the collective today. All right. Well, I think we had this once upon a time, probably a couple times. It's number 1 in this deck. It is called, you probably won't see it well because it's very light graphics on here, You Are Magic. Indeed, we are. All right. All right. Like the magician, you are magic. You are stardust in human form, and you can bring your dreams to life. From your ability to envision your future to your ability to bring it to fruition through intentional action, you can co-create the fabric of your reality by intermingling thought, will, desire, and doing. It's time to use your hands as a conduit for your energetic ideas and thought forms and collaborate with the divine universe as you actively change the world around you. Create, make connections, write intentions, heal. Know that great strides and incredible progress are likely at this time, and that you already have everything you need to make this dream come alive. If you're feeling blocked, you may be scattering your resources instead of focusing on a specific goal. Make sure you aren't overshadowing your positive thinking with any underlying fears of failure or any unintentional thought patterns that are scrambling your vibe. Focus your thoughts and you are limitless. Do you feel the power running through your palms? You know, and if you don't, there's always this. And just generate some power and feel it. You are power. You are magic. How often are you bringing your most treasured desires to the front of your mind? And what actions are you taking to bring them to life? Are you leveraging your optimism, wisdom, and resourcefulness? Which of your talents is hiding underneath the surface, and why is it being underutilized? You know, the whole thing is, this card is telling you, you really do have everything you need in place for success in your material world this week, you know, what you want to accomplish. But you need to focus that energy, that will, that drive, that determination on what's most important to you, what you truly want to manifest. This is the time. You have the power. Just, put it to use wisely. You need to put in the effort to manifest your dreams. Good luck with that. I like this new setup Mr. O has for me here.
Do you?
I do. I actually do.
Why?
Well, because I think it'll be easy for me to lay the cards out for everybody. I don't know about you viewing them when I hold them up here, but I think it's a great set. Easy peasy. All right. Well, before I get into the air signs, why don't we take a look at the astrology for the week ahead? You know, these readings that I'm giving for the elemental signs of the Zodiac are good from November 5 through November 11. The moon during that time will be traveling from Leo on the 5th to Libra, transiting into Scorpio on November 11th. Venus is entering Libra on November 8th. Mercury is going into Sagittarius on November 10th. And as we all are keenly aware, if you're watching my show, daylight savings time, if you're affected by that, ended in the United States on November 5th, which means we've got an extra hour of sleep as we spring forward. No, backward. Backward. Fall. Backward. Spring. Forward. In the spring. It even confuses me. Sheesh. Election day in the U.S., November, I believe that's November 7. On the calendar, Tuesday, November 7. And let's not forget that Veterans Day, and it's also Remembrance Day in Canada, is November 11th. Thank you for your service, veterans. Thank you for everything you've done for your countries. All right. Hey, let's get on with the show. It's the air signs, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Hey, let's see if you can rebound from last week. I don't think things went very well for you as far as the cards went last week. I hope you had a better week than they predicted. Got to remind everybody, though, hey, the strikes are over in the UAW. Man, you know, Sean Fain for the UAW really scored coups. And as a matter of fact, it was such a dramatic victory that some of the other car companies that are non-unionized, not sure like Toyota maybe, but some of the other companies offered their employees immediate 9% raises, you know, which is far from what the UAW got for their employees, but they're trying to stop them from unionizing. Hey, you guys. Look at what the union can do for you, okay? You know, it's time to stand up to the people who have the money. It worked. So, that's one. I still think, though, the actors are on strike in, across the country. So there's still work to be done economically. I also know another tidbit of news, the interest rates were not touched. They're remaining the same for now. They did not hike the interest rates. So that's kind of a good thing, too, going on right now economically. All right, air signs, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. How about starting off with the High Priestess upright for your focus for the week ahead? You know, that's very cool. That's a very good sign. You'll be getting a lot of impressions and maybe flashes of inspiration, intuition coming from deep within you. You know, it's almost as you can use this wisely this week in whatever you are doing, you know, speculating on the stock market, where to invest your money, who you should trust, what should you trust the contracts you are signing, you know, what is your gut telling you? Could you also, use this to read the body language of people you are trying to sell things to, So use this power wisely and to your advantage this week. You're in touch with something, deeper, and you're able to really see beneath the surface of things. Can come in pretty handy in the business world. So how best can you prepare for that focus, air signs? It's the Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands is upright as well. So the best way to prepare for that focus is make your moves. Get things moving. Communicate with people. Try to gauge what they have to say using this intuitive ability you're going to have, and move things forward. This is a time, maybe, since you seem to have some real strong feelings about what you should and what you shouldn't do, to make some really key moves this week. What about people this week? Will there be cooperation or conflict? It's the devil reversed. I think people are going to feel a lot more liberated this week to be able to work with you, to make the moves they need to make. I think the key with your interactions with people, especially if you're a manager or a supervisor, is give them a lot of leeway. Don't tie them down. Don't micromanage them. Let them be free to do what they do best, work for you. So your advisors, everybody. They're definitely going to be a major force for moving things forward for you this week. So will there be forward or backward movement or no movement at all for you, air signs? Well, it's the Five of Wands reversed. I'm going to take a little bit of a different tack on this card. I mean, it's sort of what I would say. But I don't know that it's referring to any of this per se. I know that last week there was a lot of difficulties going on in your cards. So whatever I feel you faced last week is now coming to an end. You're walking away from it. You know, it's been contentious. It's been difficult. Maybe there's been struggles in the work environment, etc. You're able to leave that all behind now because there's just a whole lot better things going on this week. I think that's where you're going to be at by week's end, to be honest with you. You know, so right now it looks as though, let's recap, you're going to be, you know, in a great place. You're going to be able to ferret things out. You know, you're going to get to the heart of matters very easily. You're going to be able to cut beneath the surface and see what you need to see in order to make, you know, in order to know where you should be applying most of your energy and your efforts at this time, you know, with the Eight of Wands. This might involve communicating with others. This might involve what you see beneath the communications of others as well. And also give people leeway. Let them do what they do for you. Don't over micromanage them or anything. Let them be free to do what they need to do to ensure your success. And ultimately, you know, let the past be the past, you know. This is a whole new slate this week and everything is looking fine. Whatever you experienced last week, because I know it was a very heady, contentious week for you guys as far as the cards went, it's going to be much better this time. You're going to walk away from strife and difficulties this week and into much firmer, you know, being able to build a much firmer foundation for yourself and the people you work with. So good luck with that, air signs. Sounds pretty good. Well, what about us fire signs, huh? Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. This reading's for us for the week ahead. Let's see what energy we can capitalize on this week. You know, I usually bring cough drops up here, and I forgot. I'm pretty dry. I can't wait for the water signs. All right. All right, fire. Your focus for the week ahead is the Hierophant. Hierophant upright. Some of you may be seeking a mentor this week, somebody who you can learn from, maybe somebody you can gain some skills off of. Maybe you're taking some training sessions. Maybe you yourself are that mentor. Some of you are going to be mentors this week, helping others, you know, acclimate to their roles in a company or corporation. You know, the other thing about the Hierophant is that I think there's no major burbles this week in workplaces, in that, you know, no sudden changes. Oh, by the way, we're changing our methods completely now. Here's the manual. Read it and get to work. No, nothing like that. You know, you're going to stick with the tried and true methods that have been working for you and others, and you're just going to move along positively. Well, how best can you prepare for that focus? It's the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles is reversed. It's an interesting card here with the Hierophant. It may in fact mean that some of us are actually, you know, looking towards, you know, their financial situations, I feel. And, you know, maybe their material wealth as well. You know, they may be looking at financial advisors. Maybe that's what, you know, the Hierophant is about, looking for wise counsel as to why they aren't producing, the results that they wanted. Why aren't the investments coming through? Why are real estate deals falling through? Or, things not paying off the way that you thought they would. So maybe this is why the Hierophant and this Nine of Pentacles is reversed here. You're trying to maximize something that just seems to be not turning out the way you had hoped or expected. So, what about people? Oh, what about people this week? Will there be cooperation or conflict? Interesting pattern here forming. It's the Four of Pentacles. Upright. I almost think people are saying, wait a minute, let's not get too cocky here. Let's not try to put the cart before the horse, and let's hold back on making any major moves investment-wise. And in a way, I think that advice is coming from who here, these people in the know, the Hierophants. So will there be forward or backward movement or no movement at all for you this week, fire signs? You have the Empress upright. I mean, overall, this is not a bad reading. The Empress upright is saying that this is going to be a creative week for you, Maybe you're going to get some advice and take it to heart, and it's going to put you in a new path, making you think different thoughts, giving you other brainstorm ideas of, how best to proceed with the advice that you are given. This could also be a time where, yes, you need to protect, you need to protect and nurture, your financial world right now, your material financial world right now. And maybe, like I said, hold on to assets as opposed to doing any selling off. So let's take a look at this again. Fire signs. It's an interesting reading, a little bit different for you. This is about maybe getting some advice from people in the know. This might be also about you giving advice to, the people who are working under you and maybe guiding them as to what direction and course of action everybody is to take in order to try to turn around a situation that may not be paying off as much as you thought it would. There's a sense here of lack a little bit or wanting more. Maybe it's a matter of wanting more. But, I think most people, including, the advice that you may be getting, want you to stay the course right now, want you to toe the line, want you to, to not do any kind of sell-offs or any kind of major purchases at this time. Just bide your time and hold on to resources right now. And ultimately, it'll be good for you. That's why the Empress is here. It'll be good for you. You're taking care of what's important right now. And that's your financial and material security and well-being. Good luck with that, fire signs. Hey, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. Let's hope a flood of cash is coming your way. And Bly. Bly is doing her job today. The keeper of my orange juice water. Mr. O, do you need a sip or are you hanging in there?
I'm okay.
Okay. All right. Let's see what's going to happen in your world next week. Or I should say this week. Filming it on a Saturday confuses me sometimes. Hey, you're starting off with the Wheel of Fortune, though. Woo-woo. The Wheel of Fortune is all about, the turning of cycles, changes. And in this case, the wheel is upright, so it can't be bad. It's going to be some positive changes coming your way. Maybe some unexpected profits. Maybe something comes through you weren't expecting. Maybe you get that job that you've applied for. Maybe you eke out some good grades. Hey, that's right. It's not quite near it might be around midterms right now or after in school, but maybe you're eking out some good grades on a project you were kind of on the fence about. So it's looking good for you guys. Wow. How best can you prepare for that focus? It's another major arcana. It's a star upright. Wow. Nice going. Well, water signs, I think here just keep the attitude positive, keep motivated, keep dreaming big, and going for it. That's the whole thing here is, everything, this whole positive turn of the wheel, where everything seems to be falling into place for you, is making you feel very optimistic about where you're headed. Okay, could it get any better? Could it get any better? Yes, it could get better. What about people this week? Will there be cooperation or conflict? You have the 9 of Cups upright. Your wish, they're willing to obtain for you. Other people are working for you. They have your best interests at heart. They want what you want. When everybody is on the same page, everything seems to flow. So you have the potential of achieving something that you truly desire this week. And it's going to be through also the help of others. How nice is that? All right, is the bottom going to drop out with this last card? Let's see what we get. Will it be forward or backward movement or no movement at all for you this week? I didn't jinx it. I mean, the cards were already shuffled. It's the King of Wands reversed. This is such a good week. I can't really imagine why the King of Wands is here at the end like that reversed. One thought that immediately came to my mind is, you know what? Don't let all of this get to your head. Don't just start thinking that, all of this is because of you and you alone, and that you deserve all the praise, the glory, and the rewards. What about the people? What about the people who helped you here? You don't want to let them down. You don't want to do that. So my advice is, don't let ego get in the way of your success. And also, just because you're on a roll doesn't mean that you should push or force things to happen before their time. Enjoy the success of the moment, but let's not get carried away, is my advice. I think this is fantastic. I think you are going to have a real positive turn of events happen for you this week. Unexpected good luck, possible great returns on investments. I feel here there's a lot of hope and optimism generated by all of that, which really infects everybody you're working with. They all want what you want. They all want to work on the same goals. So don't let it get to your head. Don't be a spoiler here. Be grateful for those who helped you and share the wealth, share the rewards with others. Good luck with that. Hey, water sign. I'm sorry. I must want another drink of water. Hey, earth signs. Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. This reading is for you for the week ahead. It's been looking pretty good for everybody, really, overall. Nobody's having a really terrible week. So I think we might all be winners this week. Wouldn't that be nice? Whoa, hey, your focus for the week ahead is the Fool upright. Well, I always like to look at the other cards because before I jump off the cliff here, but I will say, just looking at this card as your focus, there's something you really want to take a chance on. You've been wanting to do this for some time, whether it's some project or goal that you think you might be able to turn into a financial venture, whether it's starting your own business, whether it's taking a leap of faith and going for jobs that are out of your classification a little bit, but you have some talents, abilities there that you think you might be able to sell to prospective employees. Whatever the case may be, the universe is saying, hey, the time is right. Why not take a chance on something? Well, how best can you prepare for that focus? It's the Ten of Pentacles reversed. Well, I will say this. The best way you can prepare for that focus is not to rely on the help and assistance of others. They may not want to take this risk with you. They may not want to risk finances. So you have to be sure you are in a good place, financially in order to take on whatever risk you're willing to take on. Because others, they're not willing to shoulder that right now. On the other hand, though, what about people this week? Will there be cooperation or conflict? You have the Strength card up right here. I think it's interesting. I kind of want to meme off of this card here for this card too and say that, they may not want to take the financial risk, but they do want to offer you support. They want to offer you support in other ways, that could help you succeed with whatever it is you want to take off. But they really don't want to invest the money in it. It just seems to me that they're there with you otherwise. They may be willing to do some work. They may be willing to give you some publicity. Whatever the case may be, they may offer you some things, but not financial. Well, so will there be forward or backward movement or no movement at all for you this week, Earth signs? It's not a totally negative week here, but there are some questions. So at the end of the week, you've got the Two of Wands reversed. Maybe if you were anticipating getting financial support, you may have to go back to the drawing board and revision this and maybe make it less risky, for others to take a chance on. Or the other thing is you may be looking for ways to try to find people to buy in still by week's end. You may be still searching for a way to gain more support to pull this off. So I think it's a rather, it's a work in progress kind of week for you Earth signs. Let's talk about this again. It's a good start here with the Fool. You're ready for a new adventure, or you're ready to want to get something initiated that you've really only dreamt about, and you really think now is the time. Whether it's a business, a career change, a career that you've wanted, but you may lack some of the credentialing for. You want to go out on a limb and try for something. You maybe want to take a risk on some investments. Whatever the case may be, others may not be willing to put their money on the table for you as well. That could be a sticking point, in particular here if you really needed that kind of support. But rest assured, there are people who have your back in other ways. It's not like you're totally alone out there. There is some backing, but it's more in line of, well, I'll do this for you, I'll do that for you, but I'm not giving you my money. And so ultimately by week's end, either you're really going to try to re-strategize a way to get people to buy into this, or you might be, how should I say this? You might be trying to make this plan a little bit less risky, so that maybe more people would be agreeable to buying in. And so, two, if this is like a job you were seeking that was out of your league, you may want to reconsider getting some education or some type of credentialing before you approach that. So that's what I have for you, Earth signs. And you know what? I'm just going to say it. I think we're all winners this week. Even works in progress are better than no progress. And so we should all enjoy a great week, in our financial material sector, getting things done, moving things forward in our lives. Well, I have to tell you, and I'm really sorry to tell you this, but we're going to do our final Weird Week episode this week. I'll have more on that in a moment as I now recap our schedule for you. So don't forget, after my show is our live show. 2 hours live where we'll answer any question you put our way. Give it a shot. And then after that show, we will be filming our last Your Weird Week, which will come out on Monday. It's going into hiatus for a while. We never say never. We might retool it, or we might come up with a different type of program, in a similar vein to do with world or political, etc. issues, but done differently. So it's going to hiatus. We are going to recap, though, the previous week on that show. Also, coming Sunday is, I'm really sad to tell you this, it's the Unhappy Hour, where we tell you, where does it hurt? Don't worry. Bly will be here. Bly will be here to comfort us, and maybe our therapy cat will be present.
You know what?
What?
We're so unhappy we don't even know for sure when it'll be on.
Well, it may come out Sunday, it may come out Monday, but whatever the case may be, it is time for the Unhappy Hour. So join us, because we try to turn those frowns of yours upside down. And that will come out, like he said, Sunday or Monday. I know you didn't say that. I did. Okay. On to Wednesday. When we do Mr. O's Goth Tarot, which comes out at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, where you will get, in touch with the shadow side. And on Friday, nope. And on Thursday is our other live show, where we will answer any question you post to us within reason. I mean, keep it clean. Keep them all clean. And, we'll do our best to answer your questions from 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And Friday, Mr. O's Emotional Exchanges, where you can find out about love and romance and friendship and interpersonal relationships of all types. That's at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Friday morning. And on Saturday, Happy Hour, where we give you a single card positive message from Spirit. No questions. We just give you a single card positive message from Spirit to brighten your week ahead. That will be at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time next Saturday.
Baby.
Huh?
That's right, baby.
Oh, okay. And I think that's it. Did I miss anything, Mr. O?
Thank goodness.
My goodness, we don't have like a modality coming or anything. No. Not that I'm trying to make more work.
No, it's the next one to possibly be retooled, though.
Ooh, you putting that out there?
Well,
We might be making changes to our modality message or that show completely, too.
that show.
We're revisioning some of our shows for the new year, and maybe a little bit earlier than the new year. All right, everybody, that's it for me. That's it for Mr. O in the background there. We will see you next time. Take care. Have a great week ahead. Bye-bye.